Alrighty. For lack of anything better to call it, your spider sense goes off, and you immediately come to a start in the middle of the you look at you just get up in a cold sweat, and you look at your clock, and it says it's like 4:30 or something like that, or maybe 5 a.m. And do you have a gun near your bed?
Honey, please.
I figured
Yeah.
you would, which is why I'd ask. You grab, what is it?
I think I probably have, I think I actually probably have my katana near my bed and also, one of my rifles. It's the, some assault rifle that I have.
Alrighty. So you immediately just you wake up, you grab your assault rifle from this little nook that kind of your pillows hide, you point it at the window right as a guy just bursts through your window on a zip line, and he's got a gun on you, but you have the start, so you have the ability to shoot him as he's just bursting through your window. This guy is wearing all black trench coat. You can tell he has some black body armor, it might actually be part of his body, like cybernetics. Black cybernetic arms, stuff like that. His head just has a black bandana that covers this, but the rest of his head seems kind of meaty. You know what I mean? Not cybernetic. And he's got a big Desert Eagle kind of looking gun as he's swinging in on a rope, kicking in your window.
What a dick.
What a dick.
I'm gonna fire at him immediately.
Yeah, he's because he's kicking forward through the window, you actually shoot him in the leg. That does that. You blow his leg clean off.
Yeah.
So he comes in, and then you just go, and his leg just goes flying off to the side, and he kind of shoots the other direction on the zip line, twirling in the air as just blood is getting all over your candy and all your pink walls.
Fuck!
Not my fucking candy!
That's upsetting.
He falls off of the zip line, and let's see if he fucking lives. And he dies.
Damn.
Just like that.
Just immediately. Just his leg gets blown clean off. That rifle you have is just a crazy gun and stuff like that. So you just blow his leg clean off. But the apartment's under fucking attack. You see now lights start to come down in the kind of alleyway outside of your window, and you hear the whirring of a helicopter outside. I want everybody to roll me initiative. Alrighty, so the bad guys go first. Well, one of them is dead. He bleeds out on the floor. Maria, it's your turn. No, I'm just kidding. So we're gonna cut to Maria. No, Kels. You're sleeping in your bed. All of a sudden you kind of wake up because you hear a gigantic glass crash and then a big old rifle shot that you know distinctively is Lux's rifle go off, and just gore and stuff. But then you wake up and then all of a sudden you see that curtain that is a balcony, the grenade hole in your wall that leads to the outside.
Balcony.
Yeah, the curtain opens and there's a guy coming into your apartment, and he looks around and then he sees you. And he's gonna take a shot at you.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh, he misses. So he kind of shoots wide, above your head. You're sitting there in your bed, and all of a sudden just. But he starts to get a little closer, and he's kind of lining up for another shot as he starts to kind of tower over you a little bit. So there's that guy. Maria, now to your turn. Basically, where you're sitting at is you end up waking up in bed because you start hearing gunshots going off all across the building.
Fantastic. I would first make sure there's nothing happening in my space. Currently.
My space. In your apartment unit, no, but you can hear a window crash outside in the hallway. You know how your apartment is here? I think I showed a picture of what the apartment layout looks like.
Yeah.
Basically, there's units, and then there's a hallway in the middle of them, right?
Okay.
And then there's a window at the end of the hall if you're on the higher floors, and you're on the 4th floor, I want to say, right?
Yeah, I'm on the same floor as Kels.
Yeah. So you just hear somebody crash in through the window that's basically in the hallway right next to where your unit is.
Okay. I would pull out my handguns, and yes, and creak open the door to kind of get a peek out, see what is out there.
Okay, I want to say you managed to crack open the door enough and at a good enough time that this guy that just broke in is still kind of like getting the glass off of him. He looks a little bit similar to what's it called? The guy that I described before, except this guy's got like a crazy red mohawk. And like both of his eyes appear to be like red cybernetics, as they're like he's like blinking, almost like he's turning on night vision, but at the moment he doesn't notice you. So you creak open the door enough, and then you're just like, what do you want to do from there?
Oh no, I would reach out and pop 2 shots.
Shoot at him? Okay.
Yes, my intention is to get to Kel's apartment, but I want to like try to shoot this thing.
Yeah.
This guy back.
Makes sense. Nice. So you hit him with both guns. So you hit him in the right leg and the torso. Unfortunately, his torso, he's like he's still turning on, but you hit him in the torso and it just goes like he definitely feels it, but you don't see blood come out of him or anything like that. So whatever his cybernetic bodysuit is managed to soak in the blow. You shoot him in the leg and it just kind of like it feels impactful. Like he definitely like steps back a sec, but like it doesn't destroy his leg or anything like that, and it doesn't break through. Okay, so Emma, it's back to you. There's a dead man on your floor and you have a rifle in your hands. You can kind of start to hear gunfire going off on the floors above you.
Okay. I'm gonna assume then that everybody is awake and knows what's happening, so I think that she is going to I don't know if this would take maybe my whole turn, but she's essentially gonna like grab her shit. She's gonna like get her katana on her back. She's gonna make sure her rifle's all locked and loaded. She's gonna grab her pistols.
Nice. You're all loaded up and you're holding your rifle. Where do you go?
I think I'm first gonna use this broken window and check to see if I can see anybody else outside or if I can see the helicopter.
You can see the helicopter kind of circling above above the apartment. You notice that the zip lines are just kind of dangling from it, and they're starting to be retracted back into the helicopter. As in, everybody that was in the helicopter has descended into the building. So they have loaded the building with their troops.
Then I'm going into the hallway.
Alrighty. There's nobody in the first floor. It's almost like one guy tried to get to the first floor. You do
Boy, he picked the wrong apartment.
Yeah, you do hear, from Moth's room, unfortunately, you hear some gunshots going off.
I'm going to his apartment.
Alrighty. So you kick down the door, and unfortunately,
I sure do.
This will probably be the end of your turn because you've done a lot. You kick down the door to his apartment. His wall is kind of like on fire a little bit. Like there's a big hole in the wall. And Moth is laying face down on the floor. He has a katana in his back, and there's this completely red, like cybernetic-looking assassin with like a kind of a motorcycle helmet face. Painted on the face is like, you know those artistic depictions of Oni?
Yes.
It's got like a painted version of one of those that's black on the face. And they pull the katana out of Moth's back and zip line out of there.
Oh fuck, I wanted to have a good katana fight! Damn it! I guess I'll stand there sad then.
Oh god, I'm sad now.
Oh no, the sadness. Maybe they're not dead. Maybe Moth is not dead.
Moth seems pretty dead.
He's resting.
He's having a nap.
Different room.
With that, we're gonna cut to Ty. Ty, you have a guy that's kind of barreling down on you, like hovering right over you as you're laying in bed looking up at him.
He's how close is he? He's like right above me.
Yeah.
Kells just goes, And screams and shoots his dart eye.
I was gonna say, he's within dart distance.
Yes. I will scream and shoot my dart eye.
I want to say you just do it because that's a one shot that you only get per, like, I guess, chapter of this game. So, like, you just shoot him and it goes right into his fleshy neck, and he just goes... What's in the darts, by the way?
It's a lethal poison.
Yeah, so his eyes just kind of start turning yellow as he starts to, like, kind of ooze from his eyes a little bit, and he just kind of drops his gun, falls onto his back, and kind of starts to curl up like a dead spider. And he's just like...
Rub my eye. It goes off for, like, no reason, and I'll take his gun and holster it.
Yeah, now you just have, like, essentially, like, you have an eye there, but where your pupil and stuff would be is just a hole now, because that's what loads the dart. And I want to say the front of the dart has, like, the faux pupil on it for you to, like, kind of reload it and stuff. So you just you managed to kill that guy, and he and I want to say that's the end of your turn, actually, because you got a free kill out of that. But you picked up his guns.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and then we go to James. James, you're in the garage. You hear...
Actually, I would be sleeping with my girlfriend in her apartment.
Oh, so you're on the 3rd floor, I want to say,
yeah.
then, right? So you hear explosions below you and above you. It sounds like a war's going off. You wake up. Is your son with you, too?
Probably not in this room, probably another room.
But in the unit, at least,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, they're crying because, you know, they just woke up and everything. I don't know how old they are, but even still, they'd be scared that guns are going off. I don't care what age you are.
I think he's like 7 or 8.
Yeah, old enough to be
scared. Is it fair to say that being as paranoid as I am, I might have installed like a panic mode for this room?
Yeah, I think you would, especially this room if you're staying with your girlfriend. Yeah, absolutely.
Great. I'm gonna run and grab the boy and bring him back, and then panic mode.
Panic mode. I want to say, yeah, like a bunch of like sheet metal kind of drops down in front of almost every opening, and you kind of lock yourself in that room. You have the ability to do one more thing if you'd like.
Cool. Not owning a gun, I'm just gonna wait by the door, and if anybody like starts to come by the door, I'm gonna
use your beefy strength.
Use my arms, my one brass knuckle.
Yeah. Sounds good. Alrighty, and then from there we'll go to Tom. Kip, you wake up butt naked, wet.
Because of the quacking.
But the duck, Rick, has snuggled up against your side while you were sleeping. But then you hear the of the helicopter directly above you, and somebody crashes through your ceiling. And they have like a gigantic rifle, and they start to train it on you. But you, because it's your initiative turn, you have the order. You get to go first.
And I, using my like robotic arm, can I grab the front of their gun and kind of like point it away towards the floor so they can't actually aim it at me?
Okay, so you definitely do it. You pull the gun out of his hand. He wasn't expecting you to just fucking take his gun from him. And he's like, what? And he you have the gun in your hand now, and he pulls out a big knife. And that's where
the knife out of his hair.
Pulls out another. No.
Gaudy hombre.
And you just hear Rick just go as we transition to the next. We're gonna go with the one that's outside of Maria's room. They get shot twice. I'm assuming at the end of your turn you maybe like shut the door or something like that.
Yeah, I would have ducked behind like the door frame, but the door would be open.
Oh, sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the guy, like, if you kind of manage to hide a little bit near the door frame or whatever, the guy comes in the room and he's looking around for you. Let's see if he finds you. Oh, no, he did not. He's a little distracted. Also, your room is pretty bright with some electronics going on and the chic look that you have going on, and it's fucking up his night vision. So he's, like, trying to turn it off, but I guess he has, like, kind of shitty night vision or something like that. He's like, fuck it. And he's, like, trying to figure it out, and he's looking around. He doesn't see you. Then we're going to go to the one that's fighting Tom. Tom, he's going to take his knife, and he's going to give you a slash. And he hits you in your...
Dick.
Head. Yeah, so he like, ding! It's a little comical in a way. of all the places he could have picked.
I lean in real close. I say, "You fucked up."
I know. Wah! We transition to the next guy.
Rick is a great transition.
James, on the wall to your apartment, you start to hear like a thudding as if somebody's trying to break down your door. They managed to get through the wood of it, but now you see the sheet metal shaking.
Cool.
They probably give up after a moment after they see sheet metal on the other side, thinking it's just nothing. And they're still in the hallway outside of your apartment, but they don't do anything else. With that, we go back to Maria. So there's a guy in your apartment looking around. His back is to you at the moment.
Sure is. I would like to. Okay, I am not sneaky. I want to try to instead just be fast.
Gotta go fast.
I gotta go fast. So I'm going to try to run out of my apartment to Kels's apartment. If I need to shove this person, I will shove them by punching them with my cyber arm.
Okay, I want to say you do it enough. He shoves, you shove, like, you just kind of punch him in the back of the head. He falls forward a little bit, kind of regains himself, but you manage to get out in the hallway. He gets out into the hallway, too, and he starts to aim down the hallway as you're running down there. But you manage to get to Kel's door and rip it open and get in there. So, Kel's is, like, picking up 2 guns off of a guy that has a dart in his neck.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm in there, and I'm just gonna shut the door behind me. Are you alright?
It's a little itchy. My eyes a little itchy. You want a gun? We got a lot of guns here. I don't actually use them. You want a gun?
Who? Was that person in here when you went to sleep?
No, and I'm gonna shove him out my balcony hole. Slowly push him.
Alright. Yeah, extra gun would probably not do me any harm.
Alright, here you go. Hand her whatever gun.
You go to grab the gun, and just on the door behind you, you just hear, like, because he's hitting the door, and you go like. With that, we're gonna cut back to Emma. Where are you? You are on the first floor still, because you were looking into Moth's room as the room is starting to kind of get slightly. Well, the flames are starting to kind of die down a little bit. They were just mostly scorches from an explosion, not necessarily a like fire raging out of control or anything like that.
Yes, that is correct, Maria. Lux is pissed. So I think that she's gonna head back out into the hallway and probably start heading upstairs. But as she's doing that, she's doing this relatively quickly, but she's gonna text Zed, since they can see it in their eyeball.
Yeah.
And say, "Where are you? What floor are you on?"
I would just
Busy.
I would say 4 Kels.
I'm gonna bolt my ass up there.
So you get to the second floor, and standing, there's a guy at the end of the hall, standing in front of the curtain at the end of the hall, and he's looking around. He sees you coming up the stairs. He pulls his gun, and then all of a sudden you see Jed come from behind the curtain, and he grabs the guy by the back of the neck. He's like, "You're coming with me." Pulls him into the curtain.
No!
Pulls him into the curtain. You just see blood pour out from underneath the curtain, and just drilling and screaming.
Amazing. My hero.
Did Jed know that was a bad guy or just a human?
Well,
one's left to
never
assume
know.
when the building is being shot up and blown apart that maybe, just maybe.
Can Jed tell friend from foe? Is what I'm asking.
So
Does
you
it
see
smell?
that.
It's a
Sometimes.
different scent.
Sometimes.
You see that.
Depends on
There's
the
no other foes on this floor. You run up to the third floor, and what you see is there's a guy banging on Micah's girlfriend's door, and he turns to look at you. But you, I want to say, have an action still because you've just been running upstairs.
Well, I'm gonna shoot him.
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna kind of stand behind, use the wall, but lean out, and I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, so from kind of a cover kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like he sees you, but
Actually, you know what? No, not from cover. I'm not doing this from cover. I know I'm a good shot. I'm just gonna shoot him.
oh my. You got him in his head.
Hell yeah! I sure don't get to one knee. I'm a beefy lady.
Yes.
I'm just gonna be like, you picked the wrong apartment.
He's just like knocking with his gun. He sees you. You say you picked the wrong apartment. He goes, what? It's just everywhere. Just oh my god. And there's like a stump and just squirts. And then it just kind of falls to the
Lux, is that you out there?
Yep, you're good now. Don't worry about it. But
Thank
stay
you.
there. Just stay there. Don't do anything yet.
You got it.
You got it. And that would be the end of your turn. We go back to Ty, who is with Maria. Or
Kells
I
will
should probably use your character names.
probably. Kells will grab his sword that is beside his bed and then just pick it up and run towards the door that's being banged on and just stab it through the door.
Oh dang!
I would step out of the way.
Yeah,
You just have it through Zed. So you managed to do 3 damage to him, which like basically kind of cuts his meaty arm in such a way that it kind of like dangles, and he's like ah, and he backs off from the door, and you hear him like stumble against the wall on the opposite side. Yeah, he's still alive. He kind of puts his back up against the wall on the other side. It wasn't his gun arm or anything. And that's where he's at now. We're gonna go to Micah.
I would like to. Can I jury rig what's essentially a cattle prod?
Yeah, sure. I want to say you could just do that as your first action, just so you can do something else.
Okay, cool. And then I'll open up the defenses and step outside and kind of begin to creep through the halls.
It takes you a second to open the door because there's a dead body on the other side. Just swing it open, and you run up to the 4th floor.
Okay.
There's a guy at the end of the hall who's a bit distracted. His arm is like bleeding. But yeah, so this guy's distracted. He doesn't see you at all as he's like looking at this door, trying to get his gun up.
Cool. I would like to prod him.
Give him a little.
Little
Yeah.
poke.
I want to say you run up to him with the cattle prod and just swing it at him. So he doesn't see you coming at all, and you just like the guy like falls over and onto the floor. And let's see, and that's enough to put him down. He's unconscious. He's not dead. But he's definitely like losing blood. Doesn't know what's going on anymore, and just on the floor.
Awesome.
What?
Whose door was he at?
He was in front of Kels's door.
Hey, Kels, all clear.
Kells retracts his sword and then opens the door.
It's just still sticking out of the door.
Thanks.
With that, we're gonna go to Tom. You're pretty good. He's got his knife out.
Can I grab him by the throat and shoot him with his own gun in the chest?
Oh my god. You shoot him, it just like
Classic.
You definitely do a lot of damage to his armor in his chest. Like it's dented. There's actually a little bit of blood coming out. Like, and he's got problems down there, but you don't kill him. I want to say you do.
Can Rick kill him?
Can Rick kill him? He kind of backs off. He manages to break your chokehold and backs off a little bit. So he's it's back to his turn now. You up, brother?
I'm completely naked.
Yeah.
I have.
You do have his Militech
can I roll
Avenger,
to
though.
see my sensor bar for my wing? I got a 9.
9
It's huge.
centimeters. No, but like you, so he tries to stab at you again with his knife. He hits you in the torso, and he does 6 damage. What do you have in your torso, SP wise?
18.
18. So it's just kind of like, oh wait, no, but you're completely naked right now, aren't you?
Yeah, right? That's only if I have my...
That's
bulletproof
bad.
essence.
So he stabs you in your gut for sure. and it's not good at all. Taking 6 damage, although luckily it wasn't 8 damage, you would be dead. And he kind of leaves the knife in there and kicks you to the other end of the apartment unit. Are you guys gonna all run up to where you hear the noise going?
I think Kip's got it.
Sounds like Kip has the upper hand right now.
If
Kip doesn't got it, Rick's got it.
Much.
I got a new
too
head.
much quacking.
Yeah, you didn't even roll for Rick.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Yeah. So Lux, Kells, and Zed, at least. Oh, wait, Micah, were you joking? Are you?
I was partly joking. I will go up though.
You can if you like.
I'm gonna go at the back of the line.
At the back of the line.
But I will follow.
So you all kick down the door that in Kip's apartment, and you see this guy. He's completely unarmed at this point, but Kip is laying at the back of the.
And I say, thanks for the knife. So I hold it in my guts.
I do want to say, let's see. It is technically Maria's turn. Maria, you have. It's your turn first.
Okay.
So you all kick down the door. You're probably front in line because you have that initiative order. Guy standing here completely unarmed, still looking at Kip.
I have a thing in my hand. It's not a gun. I have a thing in like one of my fingers. It's called a flasher. It's just like a flash bang thing.
Oh, cool. You set it off, but you don't tell anybody that you're about to do that, so just everybody just gets flashbang. I want to say you blind Kip for sure, you blind the guy for sure, and you blind yourself for sure.
Fantastic.
Everybody else behind you, though, does not get blinded. So you
you
run into the room, you see that, you go, "Pah!" And then everybody's just like...
Yeah. I'll stumble in the general direction of Kip.
Yeah, you kind of stumble into the room. And that leaves, it is now Lux's turn.
I think we all know what she's going to do. I'm going to shoot him.
You're going to run away in fear, of course.
That's right. I did consider just like decapitating him, but I think I'll just shoot him.
1 minute ahead. It's not there anymore, is it? So you blow his head off in such a way that like he kind of ends up, his body flies back through the kitchen window above Kip's oven. And he just kind of like flies through the window and then hits a bunch of things on the way down, his headless corpse, as he like lands in the alleyway.
And the oven dings and my brownies are dead.
And then from the hole in the ceiling, you see the helicopter looking down. Out of the door in the helicopter, you see that Oni assassin-looking person with their katana out, and you see them kind of motion to the helicopter, and they fly away.
Back, you cowards!
I'm laying on the floor with a knife still in my stomach, and I
The
go,
blind
yeah,
effect-
you better run.
Oh, God. The blind effect, by the way, only lasts a minute.
I'm just saying.
Can I tell everybody, welcome to my apartment. You guys, it only took this to get you guys over. I've been inviting you for weeks.
Rick pulls the knife out of your
Zed would shout to Micah to go get Jed.
No, I'll throw
Someone.
Kip on my
get
shoulder.
Jed.
I'll throw Kip on my shoulder. I'm gonna go see. He's got an eye thing. I got an eye thing, so see him anyhow.
I got an eye thing.
You're my hero.
Do we want to take him to Jed though? I mean,
Don't take me to Jed. Take me to a real
He's the best doctor in town.
He found a guy.
we need him alive, right?
Take me to a different town.
All right, so you take.
Speaking of alive, there's a person in the hallway, right?
Yeah. One of
Downstairs?
them's unconscious downstairs. Anybody want to?
Oh, he might be dead
Hey,
by
go
now,
ahead.
but you could find out. Yeah.
Oh, I would like to try to.
You got
pass him
prodded.
away.
Come on.
In the chest
I got
with a
stabbed
heart.
in the
He
stomach.
did get his arm like chopped and was bleeding out pretty bad as he was
Yeah,
unconscious.
Cool. Well, I'm
Um,
gonna see if I can get some sort of parting words out of this stupid face.
Sounds good. I want to
kill
say
way more people with my music than I do.
Yeah. I want to say after a moment, you go down to see if this guy's still alive. He's definitely dead. Like he was unconscious, bled out on the floor and everything like that. And you kind of check the bodies to see if they had anything. Unfortunately, based on Lux is able to figure out like they're just freelance solos. that you aren't entirely sure who they worked for, because it's they don't have like a contract on them or anything like that. There's probably ways to figure that out, probably through your Solo of Fortune kind of connections, Lux. But all you really know is that they don't seem to be affiliated with anybody. They're just a bunch of freelance solos. The apartment, like everybody that like survived, kind of starts to come out into the hallway, wondering what's going on. The sun is starting to rise as it's getting early in the morning, as you guys are kind of starting to clean everything up.
Moth, okay. He's my favorite person. I think I'll be horribly devastated if anything happened to him.
Kip, do you have any brownies near you right now?
Oh, of course, I magic them out
I
of
want
my
you to
derriere.
I want to say by this point, Kip has like a bandage around his waist and like has been sewn shut and
Still naked.
yeah, you're all probably hanging out in the same hallway that Jed's office is, and Kip is probably laying in the operating chair as he's like kind of healing a little bit.
Why don't you have a bite of that brownie?
It's for the record, totally normal brownie.
Except for all the barbecue
keep
sauce you
saying
put
that,
on
that
it.
makes us think otherwise.
Oh, there's caramel in it.
Oh, shit. Moth did not make it. It didn't work the way I wanted it to.
Now there's brownie everywhere.
Zed's gonna go down because this is the second floor that Jed dies on, right?
Yeah.
Zed's gonna go downstairs to Moth's place.
Yeah, unfortunately, Moth is laying on the floor, on his face, with a katana mark.
No, he
in his
took the
back.
katana.
No, just the slash in his back.
Anyone else?
As far as an inventory goes, there are a couple other tenants that have died. Smiles is, as far as the named ones go, Smiles is okay. But there's a couple.
Just killed our favorite.
Yeah, there's a couple other characters that have, or other tenants that have suffered losses, like shots through walls have gone stray, hit them, or even some of the people, like, you didn't see how they got into the apartment. Maybe they came in through somebody else's unit or something like that. But yeah, there's definitely been some losses to the apartment.
The losses are not funny. I'm sorry, it was chat.
This is fine.
I'm not a particularly violent person, but I think fuck those guys. Let's show them what they signed up for.
We're gonna schmuck them. Long pause.
It's
As
the
we
sad,
all
the
agree.
heavy sad.
God, everyone slowly nods.
We're
There
gonna schmuck
was.
them for Moth.
Schmuck 'em.
I don't know what that means.
It means we're gonna fuck them.
They are not my type.
Future fuck them.
We're gonna future fuck them.
We're gonna cyberpunk them.
Got him. Roll credits.
So there was one guy who did not look like the rest of these guys. He was the one in the helicopter. That was the one who was in Moth's room.
Was he the pilot?
No, because the helicopter was still up there when they were here.
Yeah,
I think he was just telling them what to do.
Go on.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him. I just know that he had a katana and we could have fought and we didn't, and I think he's a coward and now I have to kill him. That's all I know.
Okay. I'll tell Rick.
Rick's dead. No, just kidding.
No!
No, he's not.
He's the new Moth.
Yeah, Rick is the new Hoth. Yes.
How are my guts?
I mean, you'll be fine after a few days.
Just another scar.
After a few days, I want to say, you try to figure out more information about the people that attacked your apartment. You have a decent idea of where maybe they could have come from because, you know, Corpo guy threatens you, tells you to sign something, you disagree with them, and then all of a sudden your apartment gets attacked the same night. You have a decent thread to kind of follow from there, but it seems like all ties to that are hard to find. They're almost impossible to find, and there's no confirmed allegations or like thread to like investigate there. But after a couple of days, you see like in the mailbox, in all of your mailboxes, there's a business card. And all it has on the front of it is just a cartoon silhouette of a ghost, and on the back is a phone number. If anybody would like to call it, you can totally.
Would look to Zed, yeah.
Everybody looks this.
I'll do it.
No, give me that phone.
Who are they?
Do you all hang out in the room to talk? Do you want to put him on speaker or whatever?
Sure.
Alrighty. What you hear on the other line is somebody that just says, "Hi, I'm so glad you called me. I have an offer to make you. I think we should meet in person sometime. How does this afternoon sound?" It's not King.
An interesting offer. Who is this?
Well, let's just say that your enemy is also my enemy, and that you can call me a friendly ghost.
Go on.
I don't get it.
What exactly is it you're looking for out of this deal?
Well, I think that's something we should discuss in person.
I see.
Is it alright if I stop by later today?
Oh, yeah. I kind of assumed we'd have to meet in a back alley unarmed.
Wherever you'd like to meet.
No, here, where all of our arms are. That would be great.
Sounds good. He actually does laugh like that and say, sounds good. I'll be there in a little while. We'll just say, because we're getting close to the end of the session, but I do want to do this really quick. So after maybe a few hours, he kind of gives you the morning and everything like that. This man shows up at your house. He's got white, glowing, LED-ish hair. He wears mirror shades. He has a black suit on, with like white accents and everything. He's a bit young. He like, he looks a bit younger than he actually is. He's maybe like late 30s. And he dresses like he's like a young, fresh corpo upstart kind of guy. Guy definitely reeks of corpo, but he's definitely a bit friendlier than King is. Arrives at your apartment and he talks to you and he goes, "So, here's the deal that I want to make with you all. I am a recruiter, let's say. I'm sure you've heard of all the things going on in the world right now. Things that are getting people rather upset, scared, paranoid, frustrated, you name it. It might escalate into something bigger, and we need help where we can get it. I work for a military contractor, and let's just say you scratch our back and we'll scratch your back. How's that sound? We can offer you protection from the enemies you've made, and in return, maybe we request a job from you here and there."
I think more than protection, we want to go get our own revenge, frankly.
That's fair. Well, here's the deal. Our enemy is the Sino Corporation. The people that tried to buy your apartment because there is a military advantage to owning this particular location. And I would like to not let them do that as per the people who are contracting our office. It would not be in their interest nor mine if they were to be able to get this. So, we are willing to offer protection because the people you are going up against are Arasaka, and they do not fuck around. They may have miscalculated this first attack on you, but they will not miscalculate again after a first upset. They are going to come harder and faster than they did last time, unless if you have something to stop them, which would be us. You might have to look for a new place to live.
Alternatively, do you have any tank parts you're not using?
Well, our contractors definitely do have tanks up the wazoo. Yeah, that's the deal, essentially. We aren't going to take your apartment from you. We want to work with you because we know if you keep your apartment, Sino doesn't get the apartment.
You'd rather
Arasaka
arm
does
the
not get the
locals
apartment.
than spend the resources to manage
Exactly.
yourself.
We don't need this location. Our contractors, if I'm sure, being full disclosure, fully transparent, our contractors are Militech, who are being contracted out by OTEC. As you know, going on in the media, definitely at odds with Sino at the moment. OTEC has the ability to not worry about this location, so we would rather it just stay out of Sino hands, and you guys keep it, and we'll help you protect it. But in return, we do need people, edge runners, just like all of you, to help OTEC win this potential war coming up.
I see. Pardon our suspicion. Corpos like you aren't real highly regarded. If you wouldn't mind, could we sidebar?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, he stands up. You all have my business card, correct? Well, when you make your decision, call that number. Let me know. My name is Casper, by the way. And with that, I will leave you all to make your choices, and I hope to talk to you all again. And he starts to leave your guys' apartment, but as he's about to leave, and he just goes, one more thing. He kind of looks around at all of you, and he just goes, you might need to get yourself a net runner. Just what's going on, they can help you figure out under dealings. You'd probably be able to get some things done if you had one. Just heads up. And he knocks on the frame of your front door and walks out the building.
Well, he seems nice.
A lot of people who seem nice, Micah.
I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Well, he seems nice.
I spit slower.
What do you think?
And it's weird because I don't have like a real head.
What'd you say, Kels?
I said, what does Rick think?
Oh.
Rick trusts him.
But Rick also trusted the guy that came into my apartment and stabbed me.
He trusted that guy right away.
I mean,
Rick's a duck.
we've got three options basically. Option A, we move out. Option B, we take this guy's help. Or option C, we try to get by on our own. I think we're good, but I don't think we're defend from Arasaka good.
The enemy of my enemy is my boss, I guess.
I'm a little hesitant to put my stock with a corpo anything. But if we have to choose, if in any way we have to choose between this here friendly ghost and the high and mighty king, I prefer to choose the one that came at us with a more friendly angle.
We could also try to barter with King again. Now that he
I don't want to
knows.
see that asshole anywhere around.
Fair
any
enough.
part
Just
of
tried
putting
to
it out
kill
there.
us.
Yeah, that's true.
With like multiple people. I don't trust corpos as far as I can schmuck them. But
Right.
But
And
I
don't
need
get
a
me
good-
wrong, I'm on
This
that
is
boat,
the
too.
only apartment that allows pets in this neighborhood, and I'll do it for Rick. This one time.
There's no doubt in my mind that Casper's going to wring us dry in every way he can, but at least he's not actively trying to kill us.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So far.
That's okay. We can always kill him first.
Yeah, I mean, I did pretty good last night. I feel like my performance.
Considering the fact
I had that
you
guy
had
on
no
the ropes.
clothes on.
Whatever you say, honey.
He had nothing to attack me with. I took all.
All of my clothes off.
I think we should partner with Casper, but I think we draft up the contract.
I agree.
If there
Rick's
is
a
one.
lawyer. He can draft.
Oh
it.
no, there will be a contract.
Mhm.
All right. I'm willing.
What about you, Kels?
Sure.
You
Sounds
win.
good to me. I mean, we have to choose one of them, and the one who didn't try to kill us is the obvious choice.
Is it though?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The other
All right.
option is we can't go it out alone. We this place obviously isn't safe. We just lost like 6 tenants. We're not going to be able to cover the cost.
It wasn't
That is
safe
true.
before. We blew up so many load-bearing walls in this place that I'm pretty sure it's going to crumble any minute now.
It's gonna be fine. I have a friend who works in construction. It'll be okay.
The alternative, of course, is that we booby trap the hell out of this, lure him in, and self-destruct, basically.
A Home Alone 5. Yeah, I like that.
Why are we complicating this when someone just came in here and said they could offer us protection against this?
Because we don't really want to jump into the lap of the corpo, but I mean, it is the best
I
option.
also
it
would not
seems.
like to blow up our current residents, as well as the residents of those who did make it out alive.
It's a good backup. I think we talked to Casper, but we do have Home Alone 5 on the back burner.
All right.
Home Alone 5
All right,
is a
but
good
do
bet.
not.
Sure.
No explosives planted anywhere.
No explosives.
That is
No.
not.
I wink at Micah.
No explosives. Is that better?
There you go.
No.
You can use explosives, but not like anywhere in the apartment building.
Or around
In
it.
the apartment.
No
building.
explosives in the apartment building.
Got it.
I
Got
hate it here.
In the apartment building.
In the
We
apartment
slowly
building.
zoom out of Beacon Apartment.
What are we now? What is this? What is the apartment?
Building.
As we build, as we slowly zoom out on just another day in Night City.